Welcome my friends, it's Admiral Revan here, and today we have a very interesting video in store for you. This is a bit of an interesting game replay video that is done by me actually, and for the first time in ages this is an awesome opportunity for you to sit back and relax and watch this. This is for the Preussen, the German Tier 10 battleship that has been out there in the making for quite some time to replace the Kurfürst. Now the Global Kurfürst is now just a premium warship. Well, this is a video in store for you on how to play the Preussen. So we're going to be showing this video in more length and detail for you, and honestly this is a perfect opportunity for you to sit back, relax and enjoy. Definitely follow me on my social media links, so if you haven't already, please go check them out. It is worth your time. I do sometimes update my YouTube channel on a regular basis, but whenever I'm streaming you can catch me on Twitch. And feel free to, interact and say good day, get to know me and the audience, and I'm sure you will have a wonderful time. So this is like an offline video recording of this whole broadcast. And pretty much what I'm showing you is how to play the German Battleship Pressuen. This warship is pretty much similar to the Hanover. It's a baby Hanover warship that I can classify that as. It's got big guns, definitely has good firepower, and it is a worthy warship of its name. Now, a lot of people are asking me, why is this ship very good? And honestly I said, well, it depends, with the reasons for it. But I also did explain to them that playing on the Preussen on this map or any maps can be either in your favor or against you. The German dispersion for these battleships at the higher tiers have a tendency to be spread all over the place. I still try to understand how come and why, but I think that the RNG gods are against us when it comes to World of Warships. It can either be in your favor or against you. One funny thing about this mechanic in random battles, since there's submarines now available in this game mode, I have to admit I always look the idea of using the ASW mechanics, because funnily enough, people have a tendency to leave the AA defense going, and the AA guns will actually shoot at the ASW aircraft and reveal themselves. So we are going up against the Satsuma here at long distance range. Thought I'd give it a shot and see if I can get his attention. Find a complete broadside, and well, yes, it was a bit of an interesting story there. It only hit a little bit, not much. But there's a Des Moines. This guy here is actually sitting, taking point here in front of me, and he is on his North American account. This is the funny thing. People are grabbing my attention to join in the North American server, which is still fun and enjoyable. Don't worry, I do play on all servers, folks, so you always can hang out with me anytime. Now, we're pressing on the attack. I decided to go bow in towards the Des Moines, and noticing that there's a big large bulk of the fleet there, I had to be very, very careful about how I'm going to approach this and make my move. At this point in time, I decided, you know what, let's get rid of that radar and focus on doing that so we can get this going closer. So my guns are fired, and well, mistakes were made. This Des Moines is actually going broadside, but my shells are denied because it's actually not going to give me a citadel or a deb strike. Wham! Nice face. Moving on here. I have to admit though, it's actually interesting that the Des Moines is still, trying to hang in there by a thread, and is still kiting around. So we'll definitely, wait and see. My other div mate, who's on the Preussen as well, which is Safile. Now Safile had coordinated with me with the idea that if he fired his guns to force the Des Moines to go one way, we might be able to, force my set on him and actually score a solid hit. Now, Safile just told me that he scored a citadel on this guy, and I was like, oh, awesome. Shots were fired at long range again, and this time it looking very, very sharp and solid, and it should be a good hit. Oh no, 5 overpens. Well, I guess I have taken the book from one of my friends here that overpen is actually fun. No, being sarcastic. But overpenetration caused some damage, but not much at all, as you can tell. So I decided to aim just above the turret and try it again, and here we go. Shots are following through and looking good, and finally get a citadel and destroyed. So that was my first kill of the day. So looks like my secondaries have found the Satsuma and has actually started open firing on them at long range, and there's some ASW attack coming on. And I don't know why the Satsuma did that, but I do know one thing, and that is he wanted to try and get some eye spotting on the targets out this way and take it from there. As much as you can use your fighter aircraft or spotter aircraft ability, using ASW is actually still your friend and ally in this case. So that's the one minor factor that is happening here. The secondaries are doing quite well and is actually pumping it out and landing some good solid hits on the Satsuma. And the Satsuma is just like, turning around, so like, well, I'm not going to stick around. I've been focusing onto his weak spot, but didn't get a good angle or shot on him at the time. So, following this guy around the corner here, I was going like, well, he calls out to me and says, Rev, I can have smoke. And I said like, mate, it's like, it's much appreciated, but save the barbecue later. But anyway, so anyhow, we moved around the corner, and our teammate Salem was actually, just helping us out at long range, and they decided to fire open well again at long range. This guy accidentally hits the smoke button, and he goes like, ah, crikey, Rev, I don't know what to do with these sort of things. But, oh, well, my hand slipped, and it's like, well, your hand slipped at the right time, because I'm going to take the opportunity to go through your smoke. So here I am, going to make a movement towards your smoke, and take every second of it while I get a chance. So here I am going full speed, with the Salem right beside me, and my teammate, Safile, gets hit by a bunch of torps, and I was wondering what the hell happened there. So we were thinking that there must be a destroyer nearby. So we got a submarine up ahead who's doing, a lot of spotting and trying to keep that battleship in play. Focusing fire on the Satsuma again, and crikey, we scored another good kill there. Nice citadel, and also destroyed as well. Submarines can be a gift and a curse, I have to say, but they are very handy when they keep the enemy at bay and keep them moving. So that's the main thing. Well, this guy said like, well, since we destroyed Satsuma, it's time to push in towards the B cap, and I concur with him. So my secondaries are in range of this black. This poor black is actually really kiting away here, and yes, it is the name of a ship, folks. I'm not being, whatever that reason is, but look, the black is an American destroyer, and it's a tier 10, and it's an interesting warship. I believe that the black event is coming back again soon, so you'll be able to obtain it. Alright, so here we are. We got a bit of interesting gameplay going on here with the Alaska and the Slava coming around the corner over in Bravo. And we decided, let's just see where panning out at this point in time. We decided to push in a little bit hard towards Bravo. And I just said to this guy, was going like, well mate, it's like, well, you got eyes for us there, but then again, you don't want to get too close to the Alaska because it's got radar and hydroacoustics. So, with the Vampire 2 sort of like seamlessly staying out of range of the enemy radar for the moment, I decided to just open fire on the Slava and try to get a bit of a pinpointing moment there, but didn't score a hit yet. The black literally got hammered big time then, and is about to be taken out. Kapow, and destroyed by Safile. And we scored just General Offensive. General Offensive is actually a pretty cool achievement if you get, folks. It's actually pretty nice. Alaska here is actually getting smashed by all sides and they're getting focus fired on with secondaries, main batteries, and everything here. And there goes the Alaska. The Alaska got taken out by a Salem teammate, so that's actually pretty cool. Looks like the Slava has gone in to take point. Slava, very good tier 10 warship, if you're wondering, folks. Very nice tier 10 Soviet warship, and does pack a punch just like the Kremlin. And oof, secondary is going out full on this thing. I've been pinged by a submarine. So the submarine here decides to say g'day to me, and I'm going like, okay, where is that ping starting to come from? So I just noticed that the second time around when he pinged, he was a little bit ahead of the Slava, so I decided to drop my bombers that way. Alright, so my ASW teammates have gone in and started dropping the depth charges and scored no hits at this point in time. And here I am going like, oh, there's a bunch of torpedoes coming through. Here I am decided to turn in towards them and basically hope for the best that I don't get damaged, and well, scored my luck. No torpedo hit whatsoever. But anyways, with the Kurfürst at a long range, we decided to focus fire on him. Meanwhile, I've been pinged and I actually started turning in towards the Kurfürst, and also I noticed that there's another ship nearby that I have to deal with as well. So I'm taking a bit of hits here on both sides, and secondaries are going out quite well on both angles on this warship. With the submarine not too close to me or anything like that, I kept dropping my ASW planes hoping they would hit him, but scored no luck whatsoever here. But it looks like Safile just got me taken out from the Marco Polo, and which is just around the corner there, and we're like, okay, we will avenge him. Now it looks like the Kurfürst is actually out there in the distance, but he just gets taken out. A bunch of torpedoes have been fired and I missed them all. And this Schefflin is really motoring around the corner of this island. So here I am going like, well, I better not muck around here and keep motoring towards them too. But looks like I've taken a bit of a hit here and actually started, focusing, my kiting ability and keep adding it towards the top deck of this Schefflin. Schefflin takes a lot of hits. And honestly, I'm like, wait, what? And then I'm going like, well, let's see what we can do better next time round. So the Schefflin hasn't fired its port side torpedoes at me yet, so I'm taking the opportunity to hit him with everything I got. Secondary fire is actually pretty impressive on the Preussen here, and it's actually doing quite a good job. Schefflin does a good job as well too, but I've been smashing this poor Schefflin a fair bit. And the secondary fire is burning this Schefflin down, and there you go, close quarters. Alright. So, the Schefflin really, is moving away. But we got the submarine, the rigger, and the Marco Polo left to go. And this is where the fun begins, as we start pushing in. Alright, here we go. The Marco Polo is moving over. Rigger is being focus fired on by my secondaries, but looks like not happening as planned. I already healed myself up as much as I can in the meantime, so I'm gonna have to use whatever I got on the ship as much as I can. Okay, so submarine is actually getting focused on by the other teammates, and I'm not too worried about it at the moment. But this Marco Polo, little did he know that I'm coming around the corner here. So here I am going around the corner, aiming for the waterline and hoping to score some good hits. No citadel, but 6 very strong penetrations. And honestly, that actually really blew a chunk of his health down, as you can see. I decided to go bow in. I turned hard left into it and started taking less hits from him, and basically started charging in down towards the Marco Polo. Fired again, and well, Citadel and target destroyed. So the Marco Polo is gone with 4 kills in play, and almost shy from getting the Kraken. Now, I have to admit, the only thing that's left in this battle is the rigger. So, the rigger is a very impressive cruiser, folks. Well, the Russian cruiser line, I should say. And honestly, it's one of those things that when you see this cruiser on the broadside, it's pretty squishy. But I will admit that this shot that I did around the corner was pretty damn impressive. So here I am going around the corner. I'm going like, okay, rigger is still going around the corner. He's going flat stick, I can tell, and I'm going flat stick as well. But I'm much more heavier, and it takes a while to get around the corner. So the enemy team just sort of scored general offensive as well. But over 170,000 damage, this is one of the breathtaking experiences I've ever had. So look at that, rigger's around the corner, shot's been fired, and oh, 2 Citadels and a Confederate achievement, and damn man, I could have gone like a Kraken right there if I had delivered a solid blow on him. But at the end of the day, it was actually a fantastic outcome, so it was very well played though. If you're wondering what was the end result of that, that was over 200,000 damage, and it was actually very well played. Alright folks, if you're interested in checking out more replays like this in the near future, please do so. Give it a like on this video, and definitely send me through your replays if you wish. Feel free to let me know, and then until then, stay safe, take care, and have a good one.